eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Richmond! Come back! Down! Black 22! Black 22! Two jet!
Now a first down throw. Watson out to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, Watson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. This is Marshall. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. it's Watson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run with Marshall. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Chargers. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw is Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 26. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And here's Marshall. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. He's going to fire one deep. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Allen, the intended receiver. So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Broken tackle. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Richmond.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Two jet. Hey!
Out of the gun, Watson. flush to his right. Oh, fighting off the defender. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Marshall. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This is Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in to Marshall. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Keith Marshall as the first half is winding down. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Three down. Check.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Tiger. Hey. Got three. Three down. Two jet. Switch.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Black 22.
The final shot before the break. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we've come upon halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Reset. Two jet.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries.
Come back.
Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They are going for it. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Black 99 Philly. Two jet. Black 99 Philly.
On 1st down, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Richmond. You got 4. 24 is the mic. Two jet.
From the gun, here's Watson. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
4 down. Two jet. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch. Two jet.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. It's caught, Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A couple of 1st downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
That boy's got 4 down. Two jet. Check 43. Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Tight end right. Richmond. 4 down. Two jet. Two jet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flushed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Two jet.
Operating from the gun. Watson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a gain of 6 on the play. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And they'll run it here. Room to run inside the 40. And here a juke. There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keith Marshall with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw to the right side and complete to Njoku. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. as his guys are in for 6, and the Texans continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, we got 3 down. Black 99, feel it. 2 jet. 2 jet. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
2 jet. 2 jet.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Reset, reset, reset. 2 jet. 2 jet. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Watson on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Richmond. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Back to the air. Watson on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Target. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now out comes Houston. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they try the right side here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, that's Marshall. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, it's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a handoff looking right. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 66 yards for him on the ground.